What's this?
Got something?
Gravity. If I invert the artificial gravity inside the bridge, that'll throw anyone on the bridge right up into the ceiling.
He'll never see it coming.
It's Oscar. Get ready to charge.
Charge?
Charge!
Gravity polarity.
Viel Spaß beim Lurken, Fenra.
Now!
Aua! Ey, warte, der ist ja vor uns, der Typ da.
Amazing.
War der nicht durchgeschossen? Oder was ein anderer? Ach so, nee, das war einer von dem anderen Team. Nee, alles gut. Alles gut.
What are we gonna do with them?
We don't have time to take prisoners.
So you're just gonna shoot them?
Nö.
I haven't decided yet.
It's not just up to you.
I'm the ranking officer.
And we're not in your army.
Ich wollte sagen, dass ich die zurückholen kann, aber das lohnt es bei ihnen sowieso nicht, also nehmen wir die 1.
These prisoners can be useful to us. But if you kill them, we'll never know.
I can live with that.
Well, I can't.
You're an engineer, not a soldier.
Richtig, aber...
This is clearly my territory.
You think you have enemy combatants here? This is a hostage situation. Each one of them has an innocent life inside. I'll keep watch on them.
As will I. We can't let our guard down around the enemy.
Petty Officer Diaz and I will figure out how to stop the ship.
Let's hurry. The rest of this con could show up any minute. Crystals. They're all over this place.
Ja, die guten alten Kristalle, ne? Achso. Nein, warte. Ich brauche aber das nicht, um das zu machen.
Where's the captain?
Captain Ostego did not survive that atmosphere poisoning.
I'm sorry to hear that.
He died defending the Empire. That's how he'd want it.
Okay. Alright.
Look here. It's navigational data.
We saw that already. Headed to the edge of the galaxy.
It's only a display. We couldn't use it to change course or alter speed.
Das ist schön. Was wollen wir am Rand des Universums, ist die Frage.
This console looks unaffected.
Okay. Das war aussagekräftig, vielen Dank. Hier aber nicht. Kein Kommentar? Dann scannen wir mal eine Runde.
These crystals are Takan technology. They seem to be active, just like the rest of their tech. Tetrametric pulses.
Tetrametric?
It's the energy signature of Takan technology. Everything they make gives off this type of radiation.
They're blocking the inputs. It's not responding at all. Everything I try, it just ignores me.
Ich bin da, hau drauf.
Maybe we
Komm.
can blast the crystals off with our phasers.
Alright, just use caution.
Oh, er macht wirklich einfach so. Nee.
A scratch.
There are other consoles to try.
Okay. Das wäre mein zweiter Vorschlag gewesen. Oh, schöne Aussicht. Aber ist eine geräumige Brücke hier, vielleicht mit Sternenflottenschiffen? Mit auch viel Sichtfenstern.
Gotta figure this out before we get wherever we're going.
Ja.
Resolute can't catch up to us. We're in a whole different kind of trouble.
In der Tat. Da muss ich da oben ran. Da war, hier ist ja auch alles ohne.
There are two interfaces on top of each other.
This is not a Lydian programming.
Ja, was bringt mir das jetzt nicht, oder was? Scan.
It's the Takan language.
Die
From
kennen
what I
wir immer
can
noch
tell, his
nicht.
ship's systems are actively responding to input.
Which is the opposite of how most bridges work. They usually send commands, not receive them.
It's from an intrusive program. This control station won't do us any good either.
Ja, Ian, der ist ganz schön krass drauf, der Typ, oder?
consoles running themselves, some clogged up with crystals that are sending off tetrametric pulses.
But none of this is sending signals outward. It's receiving.
They're flying the ship from somewhere else.
That should be impossible. But it explains why there's less than a full bridge crew.
Das sollte einiges
They aren't flying the
unmöglich sein
ship
hier.
from the bridge. Where are they controlling it from?
Tja, jetzt könnten wir die Leute vielleicht fragen. Siehste? Werden noch nützlich für uns. Aber erst will ich eigentlich mal mit meiner Kameradin noch mal kurz sprechen. Hallo?
Any trouble?
Don't worry about me. Worry about Stretch over there.
Yes.
Why?
He's looking for any excuse to vaporize the prisoners. But I'll make sure he doesn't. Even if they're the enemy, it's not right.
Korrekt.
I'm here if you need a hand.
Just hurry up and figure out this bridge. That's the best way to help.
Ja, mag sein. Geh ja schon wieder. Also dann. Die Scan ist Quatsch, ne? Natürlich. Was war das Schönes? Corn Weapons. Wollte ich nichts benutzen, die Dinger. Komm, gib her. Damit kann ich bestimmt die Dinger, die Kristalle kaputt schießen.
Careful where you point that thing.
It's not active. I can't see any way this would work as a weapon. It's dead.
Mist.
Out of ammo?
Not sure.
Glaube ich nicht. Phaser for out of ammo. Nee.
Everything under control?
Yes, Mr. Khan hasn't made a move. Yet.
And what you're doing is working.
There's plenty more I can do. But it doesn't have to be that way. As long as they behave.
Okay, das war's also schon wieder. Also doch ein bisschen... Kann man ein Kraftfeld oder sowas aktivieren da vorne? Ich fühle mich hier so unsicher, wenn ich jetzt hier rumdoktor, aber gut. Hilft wohl nichts, ne?
We're gonna be there in less than an hour.
We can't let that happen.
Hold on, it would take days to go this distance with our fastest ship. We're traveling at a warp factor many times greater than this ship should even be capable of.
War ja klar.
What are the engines doing to produce this kind of speed?
Weiß ich doch nicht. Ich bin doch auch nur der Ingenieur, der hier guckt. Ich mach gerade den Modus nicht ändern. Ich muss also mit dem aktuellen Recorder-Scan-Daten klarkommen. Uppala. Na. Ich bin schon wieder ein bisschen mit meinem Latein am Ende. Ich habe jetzt alles abgegrast, was hier so war. Keine Option, was anderes anzutippen irgendwie. Haben wir schon. Habe ich die dafür schon gescannt? Nee, ne? Aber ich glaube, es geht auch nicht. Nein. Natürlich nicht. Ich würde meinen Scan gern vollständig machen. Komme ich da zurückgelaufen? Uppala. Wahrscheinlich nicht, aber ich gucke mal ganz kurz. Hallo? Nee. Ah ja, klar. Ach, mal, hier ist einer. Kann ich aber nicht scannen. Achso. Ist zu weit weg.
Running at full power. But this main drive manifold is spiking way over nominal levels.
Very dangerous.
Even at 100% output, the warp cores wouldn't push this much plasma to the drive section.
The reactor output matches the high speed, doesn't it?
There's these crystals. The power from the Cartabula. The Takana found a way to increase the engine output and top speed. We have to find a way to hit the brakes before we outrun anyone who could help us.
We stop it, so they can't get this ship where they're going, and enact the next phase of their plan.
Genau.
That is, if they don't destroy us all first. We would have thought this ship would disintegrate going this speed.
Das fragt mich am meisten, Nummer 3.
Happened yet.
Was wollen die genau?
So what is their end game? They've transformed individuals. They've transformed this ship, in a way.
Und alles
Where will they
transformieren.
go?
Alles.
As far as we let them. Their technology certainly doesn't seem to have limits.
I hate to think what the Cartabula could do if it was plugged into something it was meant to power. That's everything. We got some answers.
I don't like what they tell us, though.
If we can learn nothing else, then what's left is to make these Takan talk.
Ja.
And if they don't, we'll dispose of them.
Hey, that's not how we do this.
That is enough
Achtung,
from
Achtung,
you.
pass auf! Nein! Ausweichen. Zumindest sind wir sich körperlich überlegen. Aha, war ja klar. Funktioniert.
Was? No power. Until he touched it.
Wir müssen also seine Hand benutzen dafür. Und ja, wenn das Spiel ein bisschen mehr was sagen würde, wäre es nicht verkehrt, aber es ist auch nicht ganz verkehrt, das Spiel, wenn das, verdammt. Wenn das Spiel uns ein bisschen mehr, weniger in die Hand nimmt, so rum. Ist auch nicht verkehrt eigentlich. Jetzt gerade ging's
I
ja.
can assure you, this weapon works just fine for me.
Slow down, Arminta.
You can't control this ship with a disruptor.
But I can use it to control you.
Auf die Fresse. Oh, geht's aber gut offensichtlich.
Let's talk.
Ja. Number one. Riker! Riker!
The Titan's communications officer
Geil.
says Captain Riker will be ready in just a moment.
Geil.
You need to see this. The report on the
Mega
data
gut,
breach.
wusste ich nicht. Was für eine Überraschung. Krass. Nein, nein,
Damn.
ruhig, natürlich nicht.
It's worse than I'd hoped. They didn't just compromise our shields. They stole the shield algorithms for all of Starfleet as well. Meaning every ship is potentially vulnerable to attack. Making this so much worse than it already was.
Given the potential consequences, we should notify Starfleet as soon
Ja,
as possible.
sollten wir langsam wirklich
I
mal.
don't disagree, but I'll reach out to Ambassador Spock about it. I don't want to cause a panic.
Ach, komm schon.
I doubt he does either.
I have Captain Riker for you.
Ja.
Let's not mention any of this shield business to Riker just yet. Put him through.
Sogar mit
Captain
2D.
Riker, this is my first officer, Commander Jara Rydek.
My pleasure.
Er sieht nicht ganz gut getroffen aus. Er müsste auch schon ein bisschen älter aussehen jetzt zur Zeit, aber es ist Riker, es ist super.
Sir,
I wish we were all meeting under better circumstances.
So do I, although you and I have actually met before.
We have.
I was a young lieutenant on the Potemkin. You were first officer on the Tuckerman. I piloted you and our science officer in a shuttle to survey quantum resonance in the planetary rings of Residius 6.
Oh, yes. Now I remember.
You know, he gave me some
Ist erkennbar,
good
ja.
advice that day about a very difficult job. Yours.
Aber ich glaube, es ist nicht der Original-Synchronsprecher. Ich glaube, es ist nicht tatsächlich, der Sprecher ist nicht er selbst. Es ist nicht Riker. Nee, ist er nicht, ne? Klingt anders.
well, I'm not one to turn down some words of wisdom. Sir,
Then let me ask, as first officer on a starship, where does your responsibility lie, first and foremost? To the captain, the crew, or the ship itself?
Oh, this old chestnut.
Ah,
Curious to hear what she says, though.
the crew.
ultimately, my responsibility is to the crew at large.
The needs of the many. You have been hanging around Ambassador Spock. But the truth is,
Oh,
it's a trick question.
okay.
Every situation is different, and there are no easy answers. And in some cases, it might not be any of those three. It could be the prime
Das ist
directive
nicht Jonathan Frakes, die Stimme.
or the mission.
Yes, so perhaps we should get to the matter at hand. When you were with the Enterprise, you encountered a Takan entity known as Portal 6-3. The Enterprise was held captive in orbit until you were able to convince him to let the ship go.
All of which is detailed in the mission report.
What we want from you is what we can't get from the report. What can we use to get Portal 6-3 to help us?
I've often thought about that over the years. How a small difference in the encounter could have led to disaster. The most important thing is, don't let him push you around. He can appear as a man or as a godlike projection. He'll test you. But don't be overwhelmed by the pageantry and theatrics.
Okay.
I'll stand up to him. You can trust in that.
Good. But that's just the first step. Portal is full of
Oh,
bluster
was?
and bravado,
Neutral, los.
but he can be reasoned with. And that's my other piece of advice. You want to appeal to him rationally. You don't want him thinking you're acting out of fear.
But we are afraid of the Takan, and with good reason.
He's not the sort to suffer fools. And he'll lose interest if he feels his time is being wasted.
I suppose that's one thing we have in common.
Das weiß doch Riker selbst jetzt. Immer stimmt gerade nicht. Ich soll es nicht der Föderation verraten, aber Riker scheint es zu wissen, aber ich soll es ihm auch nicht verraten. Also weiß er es doch nicht, aber auch mal weiß er was. Ist ein bisschen verwirrend gerade.
Do you think he knows that the Takan have returned?
He didn't even know they were gone when we went there. But the moment the Enterprise dropped into orbit around Delphi Ardu 4, he downloaded the entirety of the ship's computer.
Stimmt, ja.
So I'd expect the same when you get there.
What if he won't cooperate and we have to face these Takan ourselves?
Then we have a much bigger problem on our hands.
What I mean is, in the 16 years since you discovered this outpost, there has to have been research. Battle plans for what to do about the Takan if we encountered more of them. I need to know what they are.
If I had that answer, it would have been the first thing I told you.
We both know Command has had their share of hidden plans in the past. Like Admiral Hansen and Captain Shelby's Special Projects Division at Starfleet Tactical, devising new ways to take on the board.
Trust me. This isn't some Starfleet conspiracy to keep you in the dark. But if you two don't think you're equipped to make contact, you need to tell me now. Because there is no silver bullet here. Now's not the time to hesitate. I need to know you're up to this.
You're not the only one who's met the Takan anymore. We've faced them in combat. We're not just the right ones for the job. We're the only ones.
All right. Asked and answered. There was a special task force that considered the Takan, and I was part of it. But because there were no other signs of the Empire, we determined the best course of action was to create a restricted zone around the Delphi Ardu system. I have my concerns, but I'll clear the way with the brass for your travel into the restricted space. Just remember what I've told you. And it wouldn't hurt to read some Sun Tzu en route. Or Marcus Aurelius.
Anything else?
Machiavelli?
Your advice is well taken, Captain Riker.
Ja.
No matter what he throws at us, we'll stand up to this Takan Guardian.
Sure you will.
Ich kann das aber nicht.
Rest assured, the Federation is taking this threat very seriously. You won't be alone out there for too long.
Thank you, Captain Riker.
One more thing. Ambassador Spock said that Khan stole some data from your central computer. What's that all about?
We're still assessing the extent of the breach. Nothing to report as of right now.
That's it?
Holt er mich jetzt an?
It was something more serious, which is why I'm asking.
Fuck, was soll's, Captain am Arsch.
One thing we know is that they stole Starfleet shield
Riker ist wichtiger.
The shield algorithms? That could jeopardize every ship in the fleet.
We're still making sure our assessment is accurate. We don't want to raise alarms unnecessarily.
Tut mir leid, das muss so
This is
sein.
as real as it gets, Solano. I have to talk to Starfleet Command now, so I think this conversation has come to an end. I really do hope you get Portal 6-3 and
musste
find
raus,
those
ganz
Takan
ehrlich.
before this gets out of control. Riker out.
Das R kann ich rollen. Das Problem ist, ich kann das R nicht nach dem TH rollen. Through. Du musst ja wirklich das TH aussprechen. Through, okay? Through. Das kann ich nicht. Das ist echt heftig.
Said I wanted to keep this under wraps.
Nein.
I thought we had an understanding. Now all of Starfleet will hear about this.
Ja.
Riker's ship is at risk. They all are. I can't believe you would want to keep that from him.
That's one more thing I'll have to answer for. Now I
Yeah.
have to think about the damage control of it all. You're dismissed.